All right, this is Ponyo. Say hi, Ponyo. Ponyo and I are gonna show you the simplest salad garden setup ever. Are you mad? He's mad because he hasn't gotten a jump in this bed yet. This is a super simple salad garden. I really believe almost everybody can grow. And so I'm gonna be tracking this along this season to inspire you and challenge you to start growing your own greens. It really is my vision that all of us are growing our own salad greens by 2030. So you guys have 9 years to get with it, okay? This is a great entry to get started. So this right here is a 4x4 by 1 foot cedar bed. I built this, my husband helped me, but when I first started Rooted Garden, these are the kinds of beds I built for my clients. So if I can do it, I know you can do it too. Okay, so this is a 4x4 bed. What you see here is some garden hoops. I'll show you all that's underneath here in a second. And some ag mesh. This is like a garden mesh. It's a little bit more durable than like a tool material. And I'm using it because back here in the backyard, we have rabbits, we have puppies, we have a couple times we had a coyote. I saw a raccoon the other day. There's all kinds of stuff back here. And so I learned my lesson last year that everything I grow back here, especially if it's low to the ground, it's going to need to be covered. So as soon as I put seeds in this box this year, I went ahead and covered it up, and it will stay this way. So the mesh is wonderful because it lets sun in, air in, water in, but it does not let pests in. And this little bit of lift kind of, keeps pests from jumping on the bed. So let me open it up and show you what's inside. Now I secured this mesh cloth with these little, Ponyo, come here. Come on, leave him alone. I secured these with these are like plant tag holders actually, but you could use like landscaping pins. Basically you don't wanna just put the cloth, Ponyo. You don't want to just put the cloth on the bed without something to hold it down. It'll blow away, or a squirrel will kind of dig up underneath it. Believe me, those pests, they're alive for a reason, and that's because they're smart. So, so I'm going to pull these up, but every time I check on these, or as I start to come in and harvest from this in the coming weeks, you want to always replace the pins. So I've got one probably every 10 inches or 12 inches, maybe every 2 feet. And then we got this mesh. Now I'm gonna pull this back and show you what's happening in here. So today is Friday. Our time of filming is Friday afternoon. And I planted this bed with seed on Sunday afternoon of this week. So what is that? 24, 48, 72, 96, what's 96 plus 24? 120? 120 hours. So 120 hours from planting, come in and check out what is happening here. So all of these seeds that I planted, you can see are starting to pop up. Now, as I'm filling the soil, it is a little bit dry. We actually got a lot of rain yesterday, so I assumed I would not need to water today, but it is kind of dry. Now you can see I've already got little pests in here. These are little roly-polies or whatever, but those don't really bother me. I'm not scared of them. But the lettuce, I am so excited about. So do you see all these little sprouts? And as I move the soil around, you can really see what's starting to come up. So this is 120 hours after planting lettuce seed. And all that I've done is just let this sit here, and then I come out and water them. I've just made sure that the bed did not dry out. So the way that I seeded this was just scattering the seed. I cleaned out the bed. I put 2 bags of compost in here, and I put a bag of sand. So I added sand and compost. I already had my soil blend in here, but on top I added sand and compost, and then I literally just scattered the seed, and then I raked it into the bed. Then I watered it in really well, and then I covered it up. And that has been the setup for the last 120 hours. And these little sprouts, these little cotyledons, the first growth of the lettuce plants, They actually popped up like a day or two ago, the first ones that I saw. So that was at like 72 hours or something. It's pretty incredible. So I just wanted to show you this to inspire you. I know sometimes you can see bigger gardens and you can think, oh, I'm never gonna have that, or that's not gonna work for me. But this is something I believe that can work for so many of us. If you don't have a square space, you could do it in a more rectangular space. So I could have the same amount of space of growth. Instead of a 4x4, I could turn this into a 2x8. So it would still be 16 square feet of space, but it would take up a much smaller footprint. So I could have 2x8s all along the side of my fence. So if you have space along your driveway, along your back porch, along your front porch, anywhere where you have 2 feet wide of space, you could set up a little kitchen garden like this. So I just wanted to give you a sneak peek, and throughout the season we're gonna come in and I'm gonna show you how this grows in and what it looks like from week to week. My hope, my prayer, my guess is that 2.5, 3 weeks from now, I will be harvesting little tiny lettuce leaves from this. And then tons of lettuce within 4 to 5 weeks. So stay tuned. I will put the links to the things that are included in this bed below this video. One, I call this my $100 bed. Now it probably costs more now because cedar costs are crazy through the roof right now because of the pandemic. But it used to cost $100 to put this bed together. So I call this my $100 bed. These are garden hoops. So these provide support for the mesh fabric. Then we've got the ag mesh. We've got landscape pins or some kind of pin to hold it down, compost and sand, and then I planted a spring mix in this bed. So it's just my favorite spring mix called Rocky Top by Baker Creek Seeds. And that's all that it is, my friends, just sitting right here on mulch. So nothing fancy. My goal with this project is to inspire everybody to grow their own salad. And hopefully it'll inspire you to do it too. So super simple salad box. That's what we're calling this project. So stay tuned. I'm gonna water this in now and cover it up and make sure Ponyo doesn't get in here. All right, so stay tuned, and I hope this inspires you to set up your own salad garden too. Now, if you're in a warmer climate, like my clients say in Houston, you could still do this in the summer. You can put this in a very, like more of a shaded area. And instead of using like a sweet mix of salad, you could use something like arugula or a mustard like Mizuna. If you're in a cooler climate like I am here in the Chicago area, a sweet salad mix is gonna work really well for you. And if you're in a warmer climate but you don't want to do arugula, like you don't like that taste, then you could just wait until you're nearing fall, like closer to the end of summer, and just watch and see what I do this year, and then start yours in the fall. All right, super simple salad box. Here we go. 2021, stay tuned to see how much I can get from this box. All that you need to know about growing your own salad garden is here below. I actually have a whole course called Salad Garden School, and you can learn more about it in the stuff below this video. Thanks for watching so much. Here's to you growing your own delicious salad garden salad. It's so good. I'll see you next time.